The airport hero. No one expected you rushing through an airport. Thousands of people everywhere. Everyone's focused on their own journey. But what if, in that exact moment, someone nearby is silently screaming for help? What if the only one who notices isn't even human? This is the story of how one sharp-eyed officer and his four-legged partner saved 2 innocent lives from disappearing forever. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll never look at airport security the same way again. So here's how it all went down. JFK Airport. Just another Tuesday morning. The kind of day where everything feels routine. Travelers everywhere, some stressed about missing flights. Others half asleep clutching coffee cups. Kids whining about being bored. You know the scene. Total chaos, but organized chaos. The kind of environment where it's easy to blend in, easy to hide in plain sight. Officer Ryan Keller had seen it all before. Years of walking those same terminals, scanning the same crowds, checking the same faces, and right there with him, every single shift, was Shadow, his German shepherd. Not just a dog, his partner, his best friend, the one who never missed a thing. Now, here's what most people don't understand about canine units. These dogs aren't just trained to sniff out bags or detect danger. They read people. They sense fear, anxiety, distress, things we humans miss because we're too busy staring at screens or thinking about our next meeting. Shadow had been trained for years. He knew when something was off, and on this particular morning, something was definitely off. They were doing their usual patrol, weaving through the crowd, keeping an eye on the flow of people. Nothing unusual. Until suddenly, Shadow just stopped. Like someone hit pause on him. His entire body went stiff, ears up, nose in the air, eyes locked on something Ryan couldn't see yet. Ryan tugged the leash gently. Come on, boy. What's up? But Shadow didn't budge. And when a dog like Shadow refuses to move, you don't question it. You pay attention. Ryan followed his partner's line of sight. That's when he saw her, a little girl, maybe 7 years old, walking hand in hand with a woman wearing this bright blue coat. At first, it looked completely normal. Just another mom and daughter heading to their gate. Nothing to see here, right? Wrong. Because Shadow wasn't buying it, and the moment Ryan focused in, he realized why. The girl's other hand, the one not being held, was doing something strange. She kept pressing it flat against the woman's back. Not casually. Not playfully. It was deliberate, almost like she was trying to signal someone. And her body language, completely wrong. Shoulders hunched, head down. She looked terrified. Then it happened. The girl glanced up for just a split second. Her eyes met Shadow's. And in that brief moment, Ryan saw it, pure fear. Desperation. A silent plea. Then she looked away fast, like she was afraid of being caught. Ryan's got twisted. This wasn't right, not even close. Now, most officers might have hesitated, maybe convinced themselves they were overreacting, but Ryan had learned something important over the years. Never ignore your dog's instincts. If Shadow sensed danger, there was danger. All right, buddy, let's check this out. Shadow moved forward immediately, pulling Ryan through the crowd. They followed at a distance, careful not to spook the woman. Ryan kept his eyes locked on them. The woman's grip on the girl's wrist was tight, too tight. Controlling. The kind of hold that said, don't even think about running. And the girl, she kept pressing her hand against that blue coat. Over and over, like Morse code made of pure terror. There was also a little boy with them. Couldn't have been older than 5. Clutching a stuffed animal like his life depended on it. He didn't look at anyone. Didn't speak. Just shuffled along silently, completely withdrawn. Ryan's heart rate picked up. Everything about this screamed wrong. The woman's body language was too controlled, too calculated. The children looked broken. They've reached a security checkpoint. The woman pulled out documents, handed them over with this rehearsed smile. Her voice dripped with fake sweetness as she chatted with the security officer. But Ryan saw through it. He'd dealt with enough liars to spot one from a mile away. The security officer frowned as he examined the papers. Something wasn't adding up. He looked at the woman, then at the kids, then back at the documents. That's when Shadow made his move. One sharp, commanding bark echoed through the entire terminal. People stopped mid-step. Conversations died. Every head turned toward the sound. The little girl's lips trembled, and even though she didn't make a sound, Ryan could read the words forming on her mouth. "Help me." His blood ran cold. The woman's smile vanished, her voice turning sharp and defensive. "Is there a problem, officer? These are my children." But her grip on the little girl's wrist tightened, causing the child to flinch. Shadow, the canine officer, barked again, more aggressively this time. He knew something was wrong. A crowd was forming. Phones were out. The tension was unbearable. Ryan, the officer, stepped forward. "Ma'am, I need you to step aside for questioning." The woman's face flushed. "This is ridiculous. We have a flight." But it was too late. Security had closed in. In a private room, the truth shattered the lies. The little girl, shaking and crying, looked at Ryan and whispered the words that changed everything. "She's not my mother." The woman was part of a trafficking network. The children were being sold, but one dog's instinct and one officer's trust stopped them. Heroes don't always wear capes. Sometimes they have 4 paws and a powerful bark.